Mic check. Mic check 1 2. Hopefully there's no echo. I don't know. But we're here. Who is here in the building? Is there anybody in the building, or am I talking to myself? That could be a thing too, where I'm talking to myself. It happens a lot. It is May the 13th, 2026. We are almost to June, which means we are 2 months away almost from preseason football. Robert, how are you doing, my good friend? Member extraordinaire. How are you doing, my good friend? Uncle Chris, big statement picks in the pathway to the playoffs. Playoffs? We're talking playoffs. All I know is, listen, I'm going to jump right into it. I'm not going to waste nobody's time. I hear a lot about the Cleveland Browns having, quote unquote, and I quote, the easiest schedule in 2026. That's what people are saying, going off the winning percentage based off last year's numbers. The Browns have the easiest strength of schedule based off last year. You're doing great. I'm glad you are. Hopefully I'm not echoing. Hit the like when you come in. It is greatly appreciated. Turn on all of your notifications. And you may be right. They may be right. The Browns may have the easiest schedule according to last year. But I'm going to tell you what. I don't care. 1 second. Before I was rudely interrupted, I don't care if they say we have the easiest schedule, because I don't know if anybody knows this, but the Browns are not a really good football team. And everybody's talking about this easy schedule. Oh my goodness, look at the schedule. It's so easy. When is the last time the Browns been a good football team? Do we have a track record to even say in the easy schedule for the Cleveland Browns? Do we even have the right to say the Cleveland Browns has an easy schedule? I don't think we have built the rapport to say, oh, look at that. Easy schedule for Cleveland. Hello. Have you watched us lately? Have you seen us play football lately? I don't think we deserve to say anything. Easy and Cleveland shouldn't be in the same chapter book, in my humble opinion. Driving, I'm here, bro. Hey, what up, bro? Appreciate you. I want to see 10 wins, and I don't care who the QB is as long as we win. Cheryl, how are you doing? That's just my opinion. Now, some of the teams on the schedule, it does seem easy. You play the Jets on the road. You play the Saints on the road. You play the Titans on the road. Now, you would say the Titans could be an easy game, but you let the Titans come on our home turf last year and put up 30-something points. So is it easy? You play the Giants on the road. They're not some juggernauts last year, at least. You play Tampa Bay on the road. You know, their quarterback used to be our quarterback, rumor says. And then, of course, you play the AFC North on the road. The Bengals, the Ravens, and the Steelers. So going on paper, yes, New York, Tennessee, the Jets, the Saints, those are all winnable games. Those are all games when you circle on your calendar, you go, well, wait a minute. We could win those football games. But I wouldn't call it easy because it's the Cleveland Browns. There is no easy game when you are a Cleveland fan or when the Browns step on the field. I don't think you can say one game is easy because we suck. I'm on one already. We had flashes of mediocrity last year, and I hope to improve on it this year. You're right. You know what? I shouldn't say suck. Robert, you're right. We're mediocre at best. I shouldn't say suck. We won 5 games last year. If you suck, you win between 0 and 3 games. We didn't have the first round pick. So we don't completely suck. But we're mediocre at best. So those are the games that I see, hey, maybe we can win some. And then at home, we play the Carolina Panthers, who went to the playoffs, by the way. We play the Falcons, who were in the running for the playoffs. We played the Colts. and the Raiders. Those are the non-AFC North opponents. I don't see any of those teams as no-brain winners. The Raiders, you could say, hey, we can win that football game. The Panthers went to the playoffs. Bryce Young could be official, ladies and gentlemen. Bryce Young outplayed Baker Mayfield and the Buccaneers to get to the playoffs. So Carolina is no longer a sneeze team that you can just say we're going to win. So maybe on paper, the Browns have the easiest schedule in the NFL. But once again, and I ask you this question, who was in the chat, hit that like button when you come in, please. If you're a mediocre team, can you have an easy schedule? Let me know in the chat. If you're a mediocre team, can you have an easy schedule when you're mediocre at best? Let me know in the chat. Hit the like button when you come in, please. It is free. It is free for everyone to hit the like button, and it's just a nice thing to do. If you're a good Samaritan on May the 13th, it is a nice thing to do. And I guess I'm not echoing because nobody has said anything, and that makes me happy inside. People need to remember we have a new head coach and basically all new QBs, 3 with half a season and another who hasn't really played a whole season in 5 years, and a rookie. Man, he is speaking facts. Two and a half a season. Like button hit. Appreciate you. That's a very good point. We have a new head coach, ladies and gentlemen. If you didn't know, his name is Todd Monken, and we have a brand new system as well. So every quarterback has to learn a brand new system. Everybody has kind of who they want to win this quarterback battle. Everybody knows who I want to win this quarterback battle, and it's Shedeur Sanders, and I have my reasons. Then you have Dillon Gabriel. You have Deshaun Watson. I think those are the 3 quarterbacks that you could say are in the running for QB1. What up, Myron? How are you doing? Appreciate you. You got an acknowledge me up there.
Acknowledge me.
That you could say that are in the running for the quarterback. Can't judge a team by its past record. Can't take it going to be easy. Cheryl, spitting facts there. Listen, you never know. Some of these teams that are borderline difficult could be bad football teams. And some of these bad football teams could turn out to be maybe juggernauts. You never know until you step on the field. And you could take Cleveland, for example. If you have Cleveland on your schedule, fans probably automatically circle the Cleveland Browns as a victory. And I don't blame them. I don't get mad at it. They probably circle Cleveland as a victory, especially if they have Cleveland at home. They're like, here is a win for us. But you never know until the season starts how good a team really is. Because look at Cleveland per se. We have a whole new offensive line. We now have, we hope we have reliable receivers thanks to the draft. We don't know who's going to be at quarterback. We have a new defensive coordinator, so we don't know how our defense is going to be. We have about the same personnel, but we have a new defensive coordinator. So if you really think about it in totality, we have a whole new team here that is going to trot out there week 1 and whoever they play. We don't know who we play in week 1. We don't know about that until tomorrow when the NFL does its official release of the schedule week by week by week who you play. I think Gabriel will not make it past the preseason. You know, I don't wish anything on anybody. I'm not going to wish him not to make it past the preseason because he has not done anything to me. But I do say this. As far as Dillon Gabriel goes, out of Deshaun Watson, Shedeur Sanders, and Dillon Gabriel, he is the one that is suited best to be a backup quarterback. Out of those 3, he is suited best just to be a backup quarterback. The role of a backup QB out of those three. And here's the reason why. Deshaun Watson is a $40 million plus quarterback. You can't name me a $40 million plus backup quarterback in NFL history. You can't name it. That's him. Shedeur Sanders, like it or not, he is a star. You could say for the wrong reasons. You can whatever. He's a star. If he's the backup quarterback, he is still going to get talked about whether people like it or not. He's a star. They're always going to ask about Shedeur Sanders. Every chance they get. Kind of like the Tim Tebow effect. If he was your backup quarterback, they're going to talk about Shedeur. They're going to want to know about Shedeur. How is Shedeur doing? That's why Dillon Gabriel fits perfect as a backup quarterback. Not to be mean, nobody cares about Dillon Gabriel, right? When he's your backup, he's just your backup. Nobody asks questions about Dillon Gabriel. Think about last year when he became the starter. Not one time did anybody ask about Dillon Gabriel once Shedeur became the starting quarterback. Nobody did. But when Shedeur was the backup, they always asked about Shedeur. What about Shedeur? What about Shedeur? What about Shedeur? That is the star power that he has, whether people like it or not. And if Deshaun Watson is your backup, it's kind of going to be the same thing. He has a little bit of star power, but it's the money. The money is going to be the major factor with Deshaun Watson. So out of those three, Dillon Gabriel is suited to be a backup quarterback. Nobody's going to ask questions about him. Nobody's really going to care what he is doing if he is just your backup. Rudy, okay, Uncle Chris. Uncle Chris he is giving me knowledge. That must be a backup. That was a $40 million man. And I want to butcher the name, Uncle Chris. Rudy Rutger? Is that right? Rudy Rutger? He was a $40 million backup? I stand corrected, Uncle Chris. I appreciate you for blessing me with that knowledge. Rudy Rutger was a $40 million backup. Okay, now I'm going to sound like a novice. For what team was he a $40 million backup for? I think unless they talk Green is not going to be a receiver. He's already said he wants to be a quarterback. He believes in his abilities of being a quarterback, and I don't blame him. I don't blame the young man. Listen, this is what I believe I can be. I don't think they're going to talk him out of it, and I don't blame the young man. Listen, I want to be a quarterback. If I can't be a quarterback, then I ain't playing. Dillon just don't have the arm that's needed to start. He is a Mason Rudolph kind of guy. And it depends on who you talk to of who's going to win the starting job for the quarterback position of Cleveland. It changes every day. Bernie Kosar just came out, and he thinks Shedeur Sanders has a good chance of being the starting quarterback for Cleveland. And then if you ask somebody else, they'll say it's Deshaun Watson. So it's going to be between those two young men. And if I had to put my feet to the fire, if you ask me in a lie detector test, without seeing any reps, without seeing anything, I still believe they're going to go Deshaun Watson. And I don't think it has anything to do with football. I think it has to do with money. Benjamins, green, dollar bill. I think that's what's going to happen. If you put my feet to the fire right now, who's going to be the Browns starting quarterback? I would say Deshaun Watson. As much as it hurts my entire soul, I think that's what they're going to go. But I hope I'm wrong. What up, Scott? How are you doing, Scott? You just came in late. Scott, and whoever just came in late, first of all, hit that like button when you come in. It'll be greatly appreciated. Second of all, Scott, and whoever just came in, do you believe The Browns, quote unquote, having the easiest schedule in the NFL really matters. Does it really matter at all? The Browns, quote unquote, having the easiest schedule this year. They got to make us stock look good before they trade them. Trade who? Uncle Chris? Trade who? Make his stock go up before they trade him? Trade who? Unless something crazy happens, like some team offers a first for Watson, nobody is going to trade for Deshaun Watson. You can give that dream up. No soul is going to trade for Deshaun Watson. There is not a team out there that is going to trade for Deshaun Watson. We need an easy schedule. What up, B Skrills? How you doing, man? Hit that like when you come in. It'll be greatly appreciated. Hit that like. Didn't matter last season, but I think it matters this season. Didn't matter last season, but I think it matters this season. Why do you think it didn't matter last season, but it does this season? P. Marie, how are you doing? Deshaun Watson. Okay. I don't think there's any stock that the Browns can do for Deshaun Watson. The Browns are the only team that will have Deshaun Watson on their roster. I don't think there's anybody out there that will touch him with a 20-foot pole. But isn't Shedeur worth a lot of money merchandising? Isn't Shedeur worth a lot of money in merchandising? He is. He is a money maker, P. Marie. He is. Chilling, that's the first thing. Detroit Lions will take who? Deshaun Watson? Some team will make him once his contract's up. You think so? I don't know. And the reason why I don't know is because of the fan backlash. The fan backlash. You don't want to hear the fans, man. That's why I don't think so. Big Dollar C just filling up the donation. Greatly appreciated. Thank you, my good sir.
Here comes the money.
Here we go.
Appreciate you, my good sir. Look at Big Dollar C holding down the donation train.
Here comes the money.
Here we go. Money talk.
Here comes the money.
Some team will take him. I got that. The quarterback battle between Rudy and 12. Who is Rudy? Now I'm confused. Who is Rudy? NFL playoff prediction. AFC, Jags, Ravens, Chiefs, Broncos, Browns, Texans. Browns in the playoffs? Playoffs? I want to touch on P. Marie for a second, if she's still here. Shedeur Sanders, listen. Shedeur Sanders is a money maker. Shedeur Sanders, if you look in the stands, jerseys all over the place for the Browns. If you look in the stands, you're not going to see Dillon Gabriel jerseys at quarterback. You may see a sprinkle of Deshaun Watson jerseys, but for the majority, you're going to see Shedeur Sanders jerseys. And here's why this is important. When it comes to merchandise, money making, 2029, when this stadium opens up for Cleveland, you need somebody who is going to put butts in the seats. You have to think long term. If you are Jimmy Haslam, you want to fill out this stadium. Now, of course, Browns fans are going to show up. We understand that. But you want to make sure you are putting out a product that people are going to go to. That not just diehard Cleveland fans, but the casual person that's going to go to a Cleveland game. And this is how you sell things. Understand this. People love to hate. They go to see a person lose. They do it. You know how this works. They go to see a person lose as well. As much as you have people that love Shedeur Sanders, they will go because of him. You will have people that will start to root against Cleveland because of Shedeur Sanders. You have to think about that too. The Browns haven't had a player like that since Baker Mayfield. You have to think about these things. Nobody hated Joe Flacco. Nobody wanted to see Joe Flacco lose. When you have that stadium, you have to think about these things. So, for this year, I would want to see what Shedeur Sanders has in him. Because when this stadium comes out, I want to sell tickets. I want to sell merchandise. I want my quarterback in commercials. If I am building the brand of the Cleveland Browns, I want a quarterback that I can have all over the place. Not just in Cleveland, nationally. Because we now have a stadium that is going to host more events than just football games. And I need somebody attached to that. Who's that going to be? Is it going to be Deshaun Watson? I don't think so. So you have to think about those things too. When it comes to the quarterback position, it is the face of the team. For the most part, it is the face of the franchise. Is Deshaun Watson going to be that guy? That's the question you want to ask yourself. You have a limited time to figure out who's it going to be. NFC, 49ers, Eagles, Buccaneers, Bears, Rams, Giants, Saints. Preach, Corey. Yep, people watched Shedeur for years. There's nice people on both sides. There is people that want Shedeur to succeed. They love Shedeur Sanders. Then there are other people that don't feel that way. But it puts eyeballs on the TV, and that's all the NFL wants. They want ratings no matter how they can get it. And the Cleveland Browns are more interesting when Shedeur Sanders is at quarterback, whether people like it or not. That's just the way it is. Trotting Deshaun Watson out there, he'll be interesting for a couple of weeks. I'm not going to lie, because people are going to want to see, does he still have it? Does he still have it? Whatever it was left. Or did he get it back? That's the question you got to ask yourself. That's what puts butts in seats. And for people who love primetime games, I'm not one of them because I'm selfish. I like my 1 o'clock game, get it over with. But if you love primetime games, those networks will fight to have Shedeur Sanders on the field. They're not going to fight as much for a Deshaun Watson or a Dylan Gabriel per se. I'm just saying, these are facts here. These are facts. Whoa, Tweak Pat, 20 gifty wifties. My guy. I think I seen P. Marie got a gifty wifty. I think I seen her name pop up. I think she's the only person in here that got one that's actually here. Appreciate you. Appreciate you, Tweet Pat, with the Gifty Wifty, 20 of them things. Thank you, my good sir. 20 of those Gifty Wifties, man. P. Marie is here. Thank you, my good sir. What was the thumbs down for, Uncle Chris? What did you not agree with what I said, Uncle Chris? The schedule release is tomorrow, ladies and gentlemen. The official release. We will know week by week who the Cleveland Browns play. Week 1 to week 17. Who the Browns play. Or is it 18? I forget how many weeks there is now. I don't even know. But we will know who they play, when they play. Do the Browns get any primetime games? Or will it be all 1 o'clock on a Sunday? I love it. I am so excited just to see. Will we go live? You know what, TweetPad? I don't know. I didn't plan to go live today, but I just did it. You know, I haven't been live in a minute to say hi to y'all. We might. We'll see, TweetPad. I don't want to guarantee anything, TweetPad, because I don't want to be a liar. But we will see. It won't be a long live, but we will see. Uncle Chris, what was the thumbs down for? You didn't say. Appreciate you, though. Just a side note, Ohio State is a primetime game against Texas. I know, week 2. Texas were a bunch of beeps. They didn't want to play a night game at Ohio State. Big wimps. It's okay. It's okay. It's going to be interesting. This season, I think the Browns are going to be better than what people think. I missed you. Oh, listen, I have no control, and neither does TweetPat when it comes to the Gifty Wifties. That is all YouTube, Uncle Chris. It's all YouTube. They pick it out at random, which I think is the stupidest thing ever. I think whoever gives out the Gifty Wifty should be able to pick, because they can pick people who are actually in the live stream. But YouTube isn't smart, and they don't get to pick it. My Discord's messed up, so I'm not getting live notifications. Oh, okay. What up, Wiz Judy? Wrist up. Maybe you should have streamed. I can't. It's a Browns channel. I have been directed to only do Browns content from a YouTube specialist, Robert. I cannot do it. Deshaun Watson will not be the future. That is a fact. That is a fact. And you know, listen, I understand that it's about winning, and you put the quarterback that you think gives you the best chance to win. But then you have to be logical too. Deshaun Watson's not going to be on your team past this year. In no circumstance should he be your starting quarterback. That's just my humble opinion. Agreed. I was kind of hoping it would prioritize whoever was in the chat. I hate how it's just like we memberships for people who only show up once. Right, Tweak Pat. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. I hate it. So before I head out of here, I just want to say I do appreciate you guys who show up no matter what, no matter when I pop up on a random Wednesday, Tuesday, Monday, Thursday, Friday. Remember just a couple years ago it was 3K subs, good times. We're moving up there slowly but surely. Members Q&A Friday. If you haven't asked a question yet, I don't know. I don't look at them until I do the question and answers on Friday, because I don't want to see the questions and I fire off my answers from the hip. So if you haven't already, go under your membership tab on YouTube and put in your question. there so I can answer your question on Friday under the membership Q&A, and I will record it on Friday night or Saturday morning and put it out. It'll be greatly appreciated if you would go and participate so we can get this member Q&A thing going and popping. Robert's always on there. Big Dollar's on there. I've seen Cheryl. Tweet Pat was on there on the last one. Am I missing anybody that's been on there? Harry did one. But yeah, if you're a member, make sure you do that Q&A. I want to get this thing stream rolling. I want to get some new people in there so we can test my off the hip answers. I don't research this stuff. I don't go on Google. I just fire off the hip with the best answer I could think of to your question about our Cleveland Browns. So if you're a member, get on there. If you're not a member and that's something you want to be a part of, just make sure hit the membership tab, put your question in there for the Q&A. But that's it. And that's all for me. But let me read the last couple of questions. Couple of comments. I like to read comments. Don't start that easy schedule bullshit. Wow, that was very mean to come in to a person's chat. First of all, it made me cuss because I didn't know what was going to happen there. That was very rude to not know the contents of the stream and just be very mean. That was mean, chat. Wasn't that mean? I mean, I just felt very targeted there, chat. So mean. You could tell they were not in the stream at all. They were not part of any of the discussion. They just came in there and was just rude. What up, Cody? How you doing, Cody? Just got here, but what up? What up, Cody? Tweak Pat, just got your question in. No problem, Scott. Now, if they were part of the chat, they would have seen that we don't even agree with an easy schedule because when you're Cleveland, you are mediocre, and Cleveland and easy shouldn't even be in the same book, in the same page, but they did it. They just came in, and they were very upset for no reason. Very upset. But that's going to be it for me. Ladies and gentlemen, I thank you for all the support. I really do. It means a lot. Members, non-members, subscribers, non-subscribers, all of the great stuff. Until next time, you guys know what it is. It's all love. Peace.